This is the EWN Podcast Network.
Welcome to Late Boomers, our podcast guide to creating your third act with style, power, and impact. Hi, I'm Cathy Worthington.
And I'm Mary Elkins. Join us as we bring you conversations with successful entrepreneurs, entertainers, and people with vision who are making a difference in the world.
Everyone has a story, and we'll take you along for the ride on each interview, recounting the journey our guests have taken to get where they are, inspiring you to create your own path to success. Let's get started. Hello, I'm Cathy Worthington. Welcome to our latest episode of Late Boomers. Today we are not featuring an extra guest. Mary and I will talk a little about the holidays and do a little remembrance of my husband, Ken Cragen, who passed away 1 year ago and left a wonderful legacy for his family and the world. I want to reach out to all of you who are feeling sorrow during this holiday season. My brother, David Worthington, passed away also in September, and another close friend of mine that same month. The holidays can be tough on those of us who are deprived of the physical presence of our loved ones. We need to reach out to friends and family whenever possible for some connection, but we also need to look inside ourselves to find spiritual connections to those who are not with us physically anymore, because we are all truly connected.
I love that, Cathy. That really touches me. And I'm Mary Elkins. I lost my husband 2 years ago, and I lost my dog, beautiful dog, Charlie, this year, and it's been difficult. We were great friends with Cathy and her husband, Ken. We used to go to movies and dinner together and parties and Halloween parties and Christmas parties, and it was great, great fun. But I have something to say to you, Cathy, because I want to talk about resilience. And that's what I've learned over the last few years. And here's a quote by the comedian, Hannah Gadsby. There's nothing stronger than a broken woman, or for that matter, a man who has rebuilt themselves. And then here's another one that I really love.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And well, I
Mhm.
didn't write it, but it is
I
beautiful.
know.
And here's another one from a woman named Elizabeth Edwards. And I love this one. She stood in the storm, and when the wind did not blow her way, she adjusted her course. And
Yeah, I love that.
one more by
Okay.
Shane Koizan. If your heart is broken, make art with the pieces. And that's what I'd like to wish for you, our treasured listeners, and our guests who have shared their wisdom and vision and inspired us. I'd like to wish you that resilience and a very beautiful holiday and a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year where you find courage, hope, and laughter. And may you open your heart to love and the joy that comes your way. And may you be open to sharing it with others. And may you be brave and resilient. And may you find a first moment in every moment.
Mary, thank you. That's so beautiful. You know, I always try to seek out poetry at times like this, and
Yeah.
I found a couple of short poems that I want to share. Here's one. If I should die before the rest of you, break not a flower, nor inscribe a stone, nor when I'm gone speak in a Sunday voice, but be the usual selves that I have known. Weep if you must. Parting is hell, but life goes on, so sing as well.
Mm,
Isn't that lovely? Joyce Grinnell wrote that.
yeah.
And here's another one that I'm really attached to a little bit. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears in a place of warmth and comfort where there are no days and years.
Mm.
Think how he must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away.
Oh,
And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much.
Oh, so much.
And we have to thank Ellen Brenneman for that beautiful poem.
Oh,
Thank you, Ellen.
so beautiful. And I would like to read a poem by Jack Gilbert, and it's called The Lost Hotels of Paris. The Lord gives everything and charges by taking it back. What a bargain. Like being young for a while. We are allowed to visit the hearts of women and go into their bodies so we feel no longer alone. We are permitted romantic love with its bounty and half-life of 2 years. It is right to mourn for the lost hotels of Paris that used to be when we used to be. My mansard looking down on Notre Dame every morning is gone, and me listening to the bell at night. Venice is no more. The best Greek islands have drowned in acceleration, but it's the having, not the keeping, that is the treasure. Ginsberg came to my house one afternoon and said he was giving up poetry because it told lies that language distorts. I agreed, but asked what we have that gets it right even that much. We look up at the stars and they're not there. We see the memory of when they were, once upon a time, and that too is more than enough. Hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you. That's really
let's
beautiful.
thank
Where
you.
did you
Yeah,
find that one? Where did you
uh,
find that?
it was sent to me by a friend of mine, and I've kept it because
Oh,
it's one of my
gorgeous.
favorite poems, and it makes me cry every time.
I know because you and I are such Francophiles and we love Paris so much. We
Yeah.
should tell
Oh,
the listeners Mary and I have spent time in Paris together and we love Paris. So
yes.
it does speak to me too.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the celebrations we're anticipating because I am leaving on a river cruise to Europe to celebrate the holidays. And it's a
Yay.
yes, and it's a Christmas market cruise, and there will be lights everywhere and people celebrating and lots of good food to eat and lots of soccer torts and whatever else.
How much
And
weight are you planning to gain?
hopefully not, but
Oh
but
yeah, with those
but I am
pastries.
planning to have some of those wonderful pastries, and I'm flying to
Tell everybody some
Budapest.
of the tell everybody some of the ports you're going to visit because I bet it's a lot of people haven't been to
Oh,
these places.
I've never been. I've never been on a river cruise, and I've never been to the first port, which is Budapest, and then to Bratislava in Slovakia. Never been there. Vienna, which my mother took me to when I was 16. So I'm looking forward to
Hmm.
seeing that again. And onward through Austria to Linz and Melk, and then to Germany. And we end up in Passau. And then um, we take a motor coach to Prague. So I'll be in Prague for Christmas. And I'm looking forward to
That's
that. What about you?
that's going to be fun. You're going to make a lot of new friends.
Hope
I
so.
think you really are. Yeah. I'm going on a road trip with my daughter and son-in-law, a very short road trip, 4 days over Christmas, and staying in an Airbnb right here in California, middle of the state, and having a different kind of holiday than we used to have. We just decided to do a family trip instead of our usual at home, have the people over and all that stuff. So, and then in January, I'm taking a trip to New York City all by
Mm,
myself, and I haven't been there in several years. I'm really missing it. And I'm going to go walk all over the city and go to a bunch of musical theater, which are my favorite thing to do. Musical
oh,
shows, I love those.
I know you love those. Good for you. What are you going to see?
Oh, I'm going to see Hugh Jackman in The Music Man. I'm going to see Leah Michelle in Funny Girl. And I'm going to see the new wonderful show all about Michael Jackson with Michael Jackson music that's called MJ.
I hear
And
that's
I'm going to throw something
incredible.
else in there too. I don't know what else. But
Oh,
I do want to wish our listeners a happy and healthy holiday season. And we have a surprise coming up in the next episode.
yes, we do. And here's one more wish for our listeners for the new year and for you, Cathy. And it's a quote from Tom Bodett. They say a person needs just three things to be happy in this world: someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. Happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you for joining us on Late Boomers, the podcast that is your guide to creating a third act with style, power, and impact. Please visit our website and get in touch with us at lateboomers.biz. If you would like to listen to or download other episodes of Late Boomers, go to ewnpodcastnetwork.com.
This podcast is also available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and most other major podcast sites. We hope you make use of the wisdom you've gained here and that you enjoy a successful third act with your own style, power, and impact.